guys, what is up? This is Matthew Davis, me once again. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw It. I know, why am I doing this on the balcony in the rain? Well, I don't know, it was morning and I just woke up and I figured, this would probably be a good day to, just chill out in the rain, so why not do that while reviewing this movie? Even though it serves no purpose whatsoever. But, anyways, this time I'm going to be reviewing Y2K. So, Y2K takes place in 1999, a day just before the year 2000 hits. And once midnight comes, all hell breaks loose when robots start killing people, intending to take over the world. And meanwhile, our lead role tries to, get his group of friends and try to stop this whole thing from happening, while also trying to get the girl of his dreams. Now, you're probably wondering, why did I wait till Wednesday to review the movie? Well, if you saw in my last video, the Bluey cereal video, then you'll know I said that I was working on getting my driver's license. So yeah, I was doing far more important things that weekend, and they have really been paying off. So cheers to that. It's something that I've been meaning to do for years and years and years. I've gotten comments saying, are you going to get your driver's license? So, yeah, that's basically why I was fine with holding off on this movie, even though I got, 2 more movies to see this weekend. But, of course, I'm still going to be busy, getting my, driver's license and all that. I'm very close, though. I am very close. But anyways, Y2K is an A24 horror comedy film, and with the A24 logo, I'm all like, okay, yeah, I definitely have to see this because I love A24 horror movies. So I was hoping this would be a fun, bizarre horror film in their library of bizarre horror films. And while technically it is in the horror genre, it is far more of a comedy than a horror film because it is not scary. I don't think the trailer tries to make it out to be a horror film because, of course, they have the song, I get knocked out, but I get up, while people are getting killed. So, yeah, this movie really feels a lot less like a horror film and more of a comedy. And if it's not scary, is it at least funny? Sometimes. Sometimes it's funny, but other times, most of the humor just relies on sexual-related humor rather than, having a good joke. But anyways, this whole thing that happens throughout the movie does tend to be very bizarre, but really, my major problem with it is just due to the fact that it doesn't really do anything clever or special to, bring in the end of the world genre to the mix. All that really happens is, this one guy wants to get with this girl, and he just wants to confess her feelings, but he's worried that, other guys are going to take her. So, yeah, it's a very generic plot line that just, I wish it kind of focused a lot more on the aspect of the end of the world trope, rather than, the trying to get the girl trope, because I think we pretty much know how it's all going to wrap up. And this isn't one of those horror films that, ends up being, just, while it is absolutely bizarre like some of A24's other horror films, I feel like with this one, I just feel like it's, I don't know, not as smart or as very compelling as it should be. Now, I know I'm dissing this movie quite a bit, but I didn't hate the movie. I was just kind of, surprised that this turned out to be a lot less enjoyable than I thought it would be. I mean, they've had horror comedies before that I thought worked really well, like Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. I thought that movie was bizarre, but also very fun as well, and also had its strong message. While this one also has a message as well, I don't really feel like it's handled super well. But let me get into the characters, okay, because I feel like that's one thing that they're trying to get you to connect with. And there was one death that I actually felt a little sad for, though I kind of wish it happened later on in the movie rather than, kind of like towards the first 30 minutes of the movie. Because really, all the bizarreness and all the killings don't really happen until after the first 30 minutes. And let me just talk about the deaths, because sometimes people make the stupidest decisions. Some spoilers, but there's this one guy that literally could have survived had he not, roller skated and trying to do a rail move, and he just, okay, so there's this basketball hoop that falls over, and he's all like, yeah, I'm gonna go on the rail. Then he tries going on the rail, but he falls and then breaks his head on the road, and Yeah, some of the deaths, they can be kind of lame. Some of them can be pretty cool, and sometimes they can just be laughably hilarious, like the one I just mentioned. But of course, you know, with that one death, I did kind of feel bad for it because it is brought up later on down the line of the movie. Because, yeah, but yeah, that's one thing that I feel like the movie was trying to do right, like with the characters and all that. But I just feel like it just comes across as, you know, your basic, typical type of characters. But you know, I really didn't hate this movie. It's an hour and 30 minutes. It's a very generous hour and 30 minutes, and it's definitely more on the lines of a New Year's Eve film because it's in that holiday genre. But I don't know. I feel like this is one of those types of movies that definitely works really well on paper. By the end of it, it kind of just turns out to be a bit of a mess. Like the effects for the robots are really cool. Like I think they did a really good job with the robots and that 90s vibe too. Like they definitely did a really good job of capturing the late 1990s to early 2000s vibe. And all in all, I think that's probably, you know, the strongest thing I can get. The effects is how good they look for, you know, making it look like, you know, late 90s, early 2000s. But yeah, all in all, I thought this movie was fine. It's not a terrible movie by any means, but I definitely do think it's one of the weaker horror films to come on A24's library. That's usually a rare sight for me because I pretty much enjoy almost all their movies in terms of horror films. But this is one of those ones that, I don't know, might gain a cult following. People might understand more with as time goes on, but I don't know. I just feel like it could have been handled so much better. And I know I say that a lot for movies that I think are just fine, but you know, this movie, I had fun watching it, despite the fact that, you know, people die in the most ridiculous ways, but, you know, some people might find that entertaining, but, you know, I definitely thought it was entertaining in a very stupid way, but, yeah. I can't really say that there was a whole lot to write home about during this film. Just, it's there, pretty much. All I can say is that, you know, I don't really know what else to say. It's a fine film. Some people might have fun with it. I had it never bored me, so I will say that. But it's one of those films that I'm just, I don't know. All I can say is it was just fine. Nothing too crazy to write home about. It's just there pretty much. This is coffee, by the way, because you know I drink coffee a lot in my monthly vlog series. But yeah. I think I'm just going to say I'll enjoy the rain a little bit, but yeah, this is an interesting position to be on. But yeah, I'm glad no robots tried to attack me while making this video, so yeah. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. We're out.